This video is made for entertainment purposes. Adult language may be used in this video.
Hey guys, what's up? My name's Kevin and you're watching What Now? We're going to be reviewing a Temu item. It's right here. This is the Temu ice maker from Vevor. So first off, when I received it, the box was damaged. Upon opening it, I did find that it is damaged as well, which isn't Vevor's fault or Temu's fault. It was just a shipping issue. I did reach out to Vevor and they did discount this unit. It's not a huge deal, but they could have packaged it better. There was no foam on the front of this thing. I've got some issues with it. It's not the best quality. I'll show you those issues and I'll show you what I like about it. So, as far as quality, I mean, it's plastic. It's not the best. This inside is very thin. If you were to like chip ice, you know, break down these blocks, you might actually crack the side. It's just not thick enough for really my liking. The display here is very loose. It's not a tight fit at all. These could just be nitpicky things, but these are things that I found, so I'm gonna bring them to your attention. The buttons. Sometimes they work. Sometimes they don't. Came with an ice scooper. But it works. It does make decent ice. I've had this hooked up for roughly an hour, and it's definitely making quite a bit of ice. So the way this works is you can turn it up and down, and this is basically the quality of your ice. If I have it on 6, it takes longer to make the ice, but the ice is more dense, which is harder to break down. So I like to keep it at a 4 because it's easier to break the ice up, so you can put it in a cup and it actually comes out a lot clearer than if you were to make it a 6. It's a pretty clear ice cube. If you were to put it on 6, it would be a lot whiter, a lot less clear looking. You can see back in here, it basically just runs the water down over this metal grid and then shuts that grid off, and then that ice block falls out, and then you get your ice, and then it just continues that cycle until it's full. I don't know if there's some kind of weight thing or how it works as far as how full it is. Like, how does it know when it's full of ice? I haven't had it running long enough to find out how full it gets or when it shuts off, so. But it does have an interior light, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so it was dented whenever it came in. This one right here is pushed in. The whole thing's actually been concaved. Be putting it in your house and not in a conditioned garage. I say conditioned because unless you have a well insulated garage, you can only keep it so cool or, you know, so warm in the winter. It's gonna put off a lot of heat. I mean, it's pretty warm. I usually have my thermostat set 71, 72, sometimes 70, depending if it's gonna be real hot out. But I've noticed my AC's been running. It's not too hot of a day today. So if you're going to put it inside, just prepare yourself for a little bit higher electric bill with the cost of running this all day and your AC running more as well. If you're putting this in your house, you will have to have a drain either to your sink or through the floor or whatever you prefer. I have this hose running here right now. I have this hose right here. This is for the pump system that's on it, and it actually pulls water from a water source and then pulls it into the system to make ice. Or you can hook up a direct line. I'm waiting to go grab a T. I haven't been up to the Home Depot yet. So I can tie this into my RO system. Right now I'm just filling up from the RO system. Just filling up this jug so it can make ice. But I will tie that in eventually, so that will be gone. So overall, I mean, it does what it's supposed to do. I will run it for a few days, and then I'll update the video. But it just won't be going out until I do that. There's no point in making 2 videos for the same thing. This does also have a clean function. I'm assuming, I haven't done it yet because I don't need to clean it. I'm assuming basically it just runs a whole bunch of water through it to clean out the tray and kind of run water over that grid for the ice. But it's actually getting ready to drop some ice right now. Okay. As far as the water quality goes, the better water quality, the clearer your ice cubes are going to be. The warmer your water is, the quicker that ice is going to freeze, and you're going to have faster ice making ability. This does have a countdown on it. It usually starts, I think it's like 16 minutes, and it kind of goes up from there depending on how thick you want that ice cube. All right, what's up, guys? This is a continuance to the video that I started, so it'll be at the end of the video. So I've had this Vevor ice maker for a few weeks now, probably about 2.5 weeks. I've had a lot of issues with it. As soon as I hooked it up, well, I would say a day after I hooked it up to the main water supply on my RO system, the shutoff valve that allows the water to come in started to continuously run. I reached out to Vevor. They said they could send me the part, but it was going to take 10 days, and I wasn't going to have that. So I just told them, you know, I'll find the part, I'll source the part, but I wanted to make sure it was that part. So they told me to reach out to an appliance technician, which I did. And they quoted me to replace the float and the valve was $160, which was kind of outrageous, but I guess if the parts are $60 and labor is $90 or whatever, I mean, it's not hard to do. So I sent that to Vevor, and they credited me $160 to get those parts replaced. So I went ahead and purchased the parts myself because I knew I can do it. I'm mechanically inclined, so I went ahead and replaced the shutoff valve that allows the water to come in, and so far so good. I haven't had any issues with it. It hasn't been constantly running. So the issue before was it was constantly running, and it would just leak over the fill tank that's in there. And when it was doing that, it was actually melting the ice, and because the ice was melting, it was causing the ice maker to constantly run, which was heating up my house. Not only that, but because it was continuously running at night, it's not a quiet machine. So every time you'd hear that ice dump, you know, I'm a light sleeper. My wife can sleep through a tornado, but myself, every time that would dump ice, it would be loud. So it was challenging. So now that I got it fixed, though, unless we use ice, like a whole bunch of it before the end of the night, then we don't have any issues with that because that ice is not constantly melting. So now that's fixed. I haven't had any issues with it, but it was a hassle. Is it worth the $300 or whatever, the $280, whatever? It's up to you. I mean, I personally, now that I got it fixed, it's fine. But is it worth it? If you want ice, I guess. You don't have an ice maker in your freezer. Myself, I don't have an ice maker in my freezer. I've got an older freezer, which it needs to be replaced as well. So, is it worth $300? In my opinion, which my opinion may not matter to you, it's not. If you can get a discount on it, I definitely recommend getting a discount on it. If you can find it $250, you know, $200, perfect. That's a great price. But be prepared that you might need to replace that fill valve. Also, reach out to Vevor because Vevor's been really responsive to the issues that I've been having. Like I said, they discounted for the damage. They discounted for the issues I've had with the fill valve and the float. Bought this product myself. It's not a sponsored product or anything, but it's not as good as the other videos that you see. It's not the best on, it's not the best of the best. Like I said, the quality is subpar. It's not the best. For $300, it's what you're going to get. But even then, you expect it to work right, at least for a year or so, before you start having issues with something like this. I've bought a lot of stuff from Vevor. A lot of my equipment that I use for work is Vevor stuff. And I've had little to no issues with Vevor stuff. But this ice maker has been a pain. Really, it's been a pain in the ass. So, buyer beware. It's worth it for me just because I don't have an ice maker and it makes a lot of ice. That's one of the good upsides to this. So, all in all, is it worth $300? No, $250, $200. I mean, I understand Vevor's got to make their money, but if you're going to buy one, just buy one that's a little more expensive. Buy a better one. A quality name brand one from True, or any of those reputable manufacturers that have years of experience doing this kind of stuff. Fridges, freezers, that kind of stuff. So, there's my 2 cents. Take it, leave it. Thanks for watching.